Welcome back to the original. Come out for another little spell of itchy finger. Gonna try and get some more work done. I got Angie with me this trip just for a two-nighter, and we're gonna start off by trying to cut some boards out of this big log for flooring. But first I need to go over and get my log moving tool, and I'm sure there's either some mice or snake, something under there. The one time I film it, there's nothing under there. Well, there was a rat in there. I had to turn the camera off and get my tool and a field mouse. First cut, I need to put these rails on there. I measure from the center of the log at the smallest end and then match that at the fatter end and level them out, screw them in there. Put these rails on there. This is a 9.5 foot log. I could do a 10-foot log, I think, with my rails. That's as long as I can do. So I'll cut this first piece off and then I can do away with the rails. Then the flat part of the log becomes my table for the next cut. Eastern red cedar. Once this gets small enough, I'm gonna move it over to my sawhorse. It's up, I might could lift it now, but it's pretty dang heavy, so I'm gonna take a few off on my doing this is I got my rails I use for the chainsaw mill. I set them along here and put them as close to the edge as I can. Just barely touching the little bark places. And that way I cut off the least amount of wood. I end up with these long strips kindling. you know, and I don't waste hardly any wood. I do that on both sides, and you end up with, because you got a fat side of the fat end and you got a narrow end. You can see here's a fat end and there's a narrow end down there. So my boards end up, I'm over exaggerating, but they end up like this. And so I just alternate them. I put a fat side here, then a skinny side, a fat side and a skinny side. And that's the way I'm running the floor. And I waste the least amount of lumber that way. Looks like it snowed. That's from cutting that big log right here. So we got a little work left to do next trip. We'll start working on this one, make it into some floor. So we got some floor going here. Still got quite a bit to do, but we got a pretty good amount done.